everybody, and welcome to today's story time. I am your host, Social Rejects. As usual, if you have tuned into my streams before, you'll know that I like to play video games, but you'll never really know the outside, what happens when I'm not at the computer, what happens when I'm not streaming. And that's what this channel is for. We're gonna make a story time series so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, so you feel like you're more connected with the content. Okay? So we're gonna start off with a bit of stories from like when I was a bit younger, 17, 16, stuff like that. Today's story is about the time I had the door taken off my room. We're gonna start about 2 days prior to my door getting taken off my room, okay? I'm going to school, right? Not really doing much, kind of just goofing off, trying to get through the day. I'm a sophomore, yeah, I think I was a sophomore at the time, not sure. But I was a sophomore, and I'm walking into school just being like, I gotta get through the day so I can go home and, play video games, which is probably not the best thing to be thinking about at the time, but who really cares? Okay, this is back then. Now me would probably do something completely different. But I'm sitting there and I go into the bathroom of school and I'm just chilling out, talking to the boys, and of course we're doing the thing that all high school teenagers do in the bathroom. If you're a high schooler and you've been in the bathroom, you know what I'm talking about. But just in case you're not, I'm gonna let you all in on a little secret, okay? We're chiefing in there, like we're hitting the vapes, alright? We're getting our little buzz, we're getting our break in, we're letting the stress out in the bathroom before we actually have to go to class, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're all sitting in there talking about our day. Like this is like second period. So we had just gone through our first class. We're all just waking up and we're talking about our night previous, right? And I'm like, oh man, my dad's on me, man. Can I we're sitting in there, we're chilling out, we're talking. I'm telling them all like my dad, he's really pissed at me. He's already taken away my phone. At this point, I'm grounded. I don't have a phone. So like this bathroom is the only place where I can really talk to people. So these guys are like, all right, homie, we feel bad for you. We have a dispo that isn't open. We're going to give it to you, okay? A dispo, for those of you who don't know, is a disposable vaporizer. They do not get recharged. When they're done, they're done. You throw them away. So is this good for the environment? No. Do I recommend you do that? No. By the way, don't do anything I say in this video. Don't be like me. Take this as a learning lesson. That out of the way. I take this vape. I take it and I'm like, oh boy, the boys got my back. They are trying to make me feel better about my life and my day. And I'm like, oh great, today's gonna be awesome. I glide through the rest of that day, okay? I'm just cruising, not doing anything in class, just on autopilot. Because it's high school. You shouldn't really be doing that in high school, but who really cares? That's just what I was doing. Second day comes around. I'm bringing this bad boy to school. Like I was at home the previous night chiefing on this thing. And for a little context, okay? You guys might have seen it if you're like an old school fan of the streams. But there's a camera located directly behind where my old setup was. My parents had a security camera back there. So like if anyone tried to steal my computer or anything. Now that I think about it, they more so just wanted to watch me. Yeah, they were definitely stalking me on that camera. Like, Dad, what the fuck was that? I'm just joking. That's a joke. Kind of, not really. Still kind of weirded out about that, but whatever. They saw me on the camera the night previous with my disposable vaporizer. So I get into school. I'm like, yeah, boys, everything went fine last night. I'm feeling good. Thank you guys so much. And once again, I glide through the day, just chilling. Shit hits the fan when I get home, right? So normally how the end of the day works is I get picked up by my stepmom's grandparents and I go over to their house. But usually by the time I'm done with school, I'm tired. So I just crash on that couch. Like I am just snoring, snoozing. You made me get up at like 6 something in the morning. I'm down as soon as I'm allowed to be, you know? So, we're going. We're sleeping. Time's flying by. Next thing I know, my dad's there to pick me up, okay? So my dad's taking me home, asking me how my day was. Little do I know, the questions that he's asking me are probing me to, like, see if I, like, am acting sketchy. I passed the sketchy tester, alright? I wasn't fooling nobody. This was like the second one I had ever had. I was a fucking fresh, new into this. I hadn't done it before, and I was not playing it off right. Let's put it that way. I was being really obvious. He could tell. So we get home. I'm playing my video games, right? And they are just stalking me on the camera. I can tell when the camera's on because it has like little lights around the lens that are infrared, right? And the little lens is like tinted, so you can kind of see that the infrared lights are on, you know? You can kind of tell. So I saw it. I knew it was on. And I'm like, I don't care. They're probably not looking at it. It's probably just recording and the SD card fills up after 20 minutes of recording. So, like, why should I care? I keep on going, doing my thing, playing video games, chatting with the boys. And not gonna lie to you guys, I was having a really fun time in Halo that night with the boys, and I might have gotten a bit loud. Next thing I know, my dad's downstairs right behind me being silent like a ninja while he sees me chiefing this disposable vape while screaming at my friends, "Why have you ran me over with the warthog?" Okay? So as I'm saying this, my dad's like, "Shut up! Give me that!" And all my friends on Discord are like, "Oh my god, he got caught, holy shit, they're all freaking out." And I'm like trying to leave the call. So my dad doesn't know. It doesn't have anyone to connect this to, doesn't have anyone to blame, right? I leave the call, he snatches it from me, and I'm like, okay, he hasn't taken my computer. Because the thing was with my dad, he'd take my phone, but he'd never really touch my computer, you know? He'd only touch my computer if he was really pissed off with me, you know? Because I kind of need that for school. And, you know. So, I'm sitting down there. He didn't really tell me what he was going to do. I'm just sitting there in suspense, like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm in my head just repeating, I'm screwed. I'm going to die. Like, I think that this is it. This is game over. My dad's like, he's done with me. I'm gone. Then I hear pounding from, like, the top of the house. There are 3 floors. Well, technically 2 above ground, but including the basement, there's 3. The basement is unfinished, and that's where they had me put my gaming setup. So I was in the basement, and he was upstairs at my room door. You want to know what he was doing? He was banging the hinges off of my door so he could take the door. Okay? So this guy gets the door off of my room and just goes and puts it in the garage. Doesn't say anything to me. So I just continue my night. I'm like, alright, that sucked. And I keep in mind, I don't know my door's gone after this, but I'm like, I guess that was punishment enough, just taking it from me. The withdrawals are going to make me never want to do it again. And the boys are like, you'll do it again. And I'm like, you know what? You do have a point. But that's besides the point. That's not the point of this story. I'm sitting there playing my video games, talking to my boys about how this is going to suck, right? I'm trying to, like, calm down because my dad scared the shit out of me. So it's finally time to get off. My dad tells me to get off. He's like, you need to get off. You're not allowed to play right now. And I'm like, okay. I get off. I shut off the computer. And I go back upstairs, like, to the main level where the kitchen is, the TV, the living room. Not my room. My room is not on this floor. So I sit down on the couch and I just start watching a movie with my dad. And I'm like, what are you going to do? You going to take my phone? What are you going to do? And he's just not saying none. He's not saying a word. He is being quiet. Like, he's already like, wait till you go to your room. You'll find out. That's what's going through his head. I can see it in his eyes. Like, looking back on it, I can see it in his eyes. He was probably laughing on the inside. But, hey, to each their own, right? You can get a little enjoyment around, like, fucking around with your kid. That there's no trouble in that. But, yeah, so I'm sitting there and watching a movie with him. About 2 hours goes by, and I'm getting tired. So I'm ready to go back up to my room. Okay? Walking up the stairs, right? To give you an idea, I'm walking up the stairs and the rooms are positioned in like a U shape around the stairwell, right? My room, I can, like, as I walk up the stairs, I can look at my room. Like, I can look at the room door. So I'm walking up the stairs and I'm like, oh, I might have just left my room door open. But as I walk up the stairs, I get the realization I don't have a door on my room. So I like rush back downstairs and I'm like, where's my door? And then my dad's like, you've lost door privileges. I can't trust you. And then we go on this huge freaking argument, just hours and hours. It's like 1 a.m. I'm still going off about how I should have a door, and that's a violation of my privacy. But anywho, I eventually got the door back. Eventually, all was good. So, moral of the story, don't be a dumbass. Pay attention in school. That's what I got out of the situation. I don't know if you guys got anything different out of that. If you did, let me know in the comments. Because my brain was just like, bro, I just need to focus on school, bro. Like, that's just what I need to do. So, now we're here. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. And I hope you got to know me a little bit more. And I hope this, continues. These videos. Hope you guys like it. If you did, press the like button. Don't forget to press subscribe. And I will see you hopefully in the next video. Bye-bye.